Hello, and welcome to my first Final Fantasy playthrough. I've decided to play each Final Fantasy game at 1 hour increments every day because I have a habit of getting 15, 20 hours in, doing something else, and forgetting about it. So, this is a way to keep me on task. I am probably talking to absolutely no one, but let's have some fun. So, this is Final Fantasy IV, starting here. A couple reasons. 1 through 2 are not on PC in any legal reason or legal sense. Final Fantasy 3 is on PC, but it doesn't have vocalized cutscenes, and figured I kind of would like to do one with a vocal track. Obviously, Final Fantasy 4 when it came out in the US, that's Final Fantasy 2, long story, did not have vocal track. It was a completely 2D game. This is the remake, done a few years back. So we're going to start there. All right, let's get started.
Lord Captain, we're nearly to the Baron border. So we are. The trouble's hidden, too. Orders may be orders, but this goes too far. Lord Captain! We're the Red Wings, the pride of Baron. Must we now be thieves, sent to plunder from the weak? Enough. But Lord Captain, the Mysidians offer no resistance, and still we cut them down. Listen to me. We did no more than what our kingdom's peace and prosperity required us to do. The Mysidians knew too much of the crystal and its secrets. His Majesty deemed it so. We are the Red Wings of Baron. It is not our place to question the orders of our king. Lord Captain. Lord Captain! Monsters at the fore!
Your basic ATV system, bar fills up, character gets an attack, but time does not stop.
Everyone all right? Aye. But all these monsters as of late. Disturbing, is it not? I wonder what it bodes. We've reached the castle, my lord. Well then, prepare for landing, men. Lord!
Ah, the young lord returns triumphant. You did secure the Mysidius crystal, did you not? The crystal is ours, but the Mysidians, they did not even raise a hand in their own defense. Bygone. All the better then, is it not? Only fools would dare oppose the almighty will of Baron. Come, we must keep his majesty, we must not keep his majesty waiting. A moment, my lord. Your Majesty, I fear our good Lord Cecil's faith in you begins to waver. Does it now? Indeed, your loyalty and worth are proven once again, Captain Bagan. But the crystal is all that matters. Bring him before me. As you wish. Lord Cecil, His Majesty bids you enter. The kingdom of Baron hails your return, Cecil. You have brought me the crystal, I trust? I have, your Majesty. It is genuine, your Majesty. So it is. See how it shines. That'll be all, Cecil. You may leave us now. Your Majesty, have you some other matter to discuss? Our king has granted you your leave, and yet you would trouble him further? I know it is not my place to ask, your Majesty, and I pray you can forgive my indiscretion. But what is it you aim to do? Your ways are not what they once were. My men's hearts grow heavy with misgiving. As does yours? Your Majesty, no. I would never doubt. Do you take me for a fool, Cecil? Do you think your treasonous whisperings escape my ears? For all I've done for you, Cecil, you wound me. This is unfortunate, but I can place no trust in one who offers none in return. I hereby relieve you of command of the Red Wings. My liege, you will go now to the Valley of the Mist instead. There is a task I would have you do. A phantom creature haunts the borders of that land, the Eidolon of the Mist. You will slay it and deliver this ring to the village that lies beyond. They will know its meaning. Be gone at first light on the morrow. Your Majesty, I beg your liege reconsider. You know Cecil would not betray you. Ah, Cain. I was not aware this matter concerned you, but as you seem so eager to protect your friend, let your spear accompany his blade on the road to Mist. Your Majesty, I have no more words. Take the ring and be gone, while my mood is yet fair. My liege, Cain, forgive me. I did not mean to draw you into this. What's to forgive? We'll slay this Eidolon and all of his, and all will be forgotten. You will be commanding the Red Wings again before you know it. Cain, you must be tired from Basidian, no? Leave the preparations to me and get yourself some rest. Rumors swarm about his highness like so many flies, but I shudder to think what might happen were he to catch wind of them. Rash actions are ill-advised, at least if you value your life. What is it? This is all my doing. Forgive me. I told you, there's nothing to forgive. What's wrong? It isn't like you to act like this. I did not train in the way of the dark sword so I could steal from innocence, Cain. I trained because His Majesty asked it of me. You mustn't blame yourself for the orders you were given. Our king has his reasons, I'm sure of it. I envy you, Kane. Cecil, so you saw me. I saw the openings you left. How do you think to lead the dragoons if you cannot even guard your own flank? My father's blood is in me. I will lead the dragoons. Have no fear of that. You're certainly headstrong enough. No more holding back, Cecil. Fight to win this time. Don't overthink things, Cecil. You need to keep your wits about you. Or do you mean to send me off against the Eidolon alone? Of course not. We leave early on the morrow. Best get some sleep. If our esteemed commander and Lord Cecil of the Red Wing join its fun, it is the enemies of Baron who need fear. Must be the Dragoon hangout over here. The Valley of Mist lies beyond our far northwestern border. I've not been there myself, but it's said to be shrouded up in a fog that never lifts. I cannot help but sense a changed air about His Majesty as of late. I, for one, believe in our king. He's a man who is not afraid to act on his beliefs. Congratulations. Word has it that Mysidio is a success, and the crystal is ours now, thanks to you. What? Sleeping on duty? I would never do such a thing. Cecil, thank goodness you're alright. The orders of Mysidia came so suddenly I'd worried. We're fine. Small wonder, considering we fought mages who did not fight back. Cecil, I'll visit you in your tower later. Of course. Is that a euphemism? Well, well, look who's home. It's a Final Fantasy game, there must be a Sid. Rose has been worried sick about you, you know. Make the girl cry and you'll have to answer to me, you hear? Speaking of girls, how are my babies? Didn't burn out any engines, did you? You and them goons of yours need to treat those ships with more respect. Hey, why the long face? Something the matter? Sid, what? And he's sending you to hunt the Eidolon instead? But what will happen to the Red Wings without you? I tell you, something's gone into His Majesty. He ordered me to build a new ship, you know, a more maneuverable one, with more firepower. What is he thinking? I'm not building these things for him to wage war. There's talk amongst the townspeople too. Everyone's worried about where Baron's headed. And now the king's sending you away from us. Missed, eh? Well, you take care of yourself. Suppose I don't need to worry about you though. About you though, do I? I best be on my way too. That daughter of mine is going to wring my neck if I spend another night here working without checking in at home. Greetings and salutations, Sir Knight. My name is Namingway. I travel the world bestowing new names upon those dissatisfied with the ones they already possess. As of late, I find fewer and fewer wishing to take advantage of my renaming services. What do you say? Won't you like to try on a new name for size? Think I'll keep it Cecil. Say what? You didn't change your name? Well, this is certainly unprecedented, and almost as though my existence here serves no purpose. A naming way who cannot change a name is no naming way at all. I believe it is time I embarked on a new journey to find my proper place in this world. Until then, until we meet again. I've turned your bed, my lord. They told me you would be departing again on the morrow. Rest well tonight. I go to bed at night in full armor too.
Majesty, what's become of you? Where is the noble knight, the man who took me in as an orphan and raised me as his own? The strong, just king I once knew. Is a crystal worth all this? Robbing a peaceful people of what's theirs by right. What need could be so great? King's orders or no, there's no forgiving what we've done.
Cecil? Won't you tell me what happened? First you're sent off to Mysidia, and now to hunt some beast again so soon? Did something happen in Mysidia?
No, it's nothing.
Then why won't you look at me?
In Mysidia, we stole a crystal from people who had done no wrong. I've worn this darkened armor for so long now. There's no mote of light left in me. Not even in my heart.
You're a good man, Cecil.
I'm a coward. A coward who cannot even defy orders he knows he ought not follow.
Cecil of the Red Wings is many things, but he is no coward. Not the Cecil who I love. The king is sending you to Mist to slay the Eidolon, isn't he? If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't...
Cain will be with me. I'll be fine. It's late. You should get some rest.
Be careful.
Gotta have that classic music. And so the Dark Knight Cecil, stripped of his command of the Red Wings, set out for the distant valley of mist. Together with Kane, commander of the Dragoons, he would pursue a faithless quarry and a chance for redemption. The advent of the airship had marked a realization of mankind's most ancient dream, but man is a creature seldom sated, and he is quick to dream anew. With unparalleled might of the Red Wings, Baron's military soon reigned supreme. Why then does the king now seek the crystals? And why have fearsome monsters suddenly begun to overrun the once calm land? If the crystals know, they share no answers, only their pure and silent light. I guess we'll visit town real quick. Do you hear that rumor? Word is that there's a place called Training Classroom under the Devil's Road. New adventurers can get all sorts of advice down there, or so they say. You're Cecil the Wet Red Wings, or my eyes betray me. You seek the Valley of the Mists? It lies beyond a cave in the northwestern mountains. Yeah, not buying much with 14 gil, am I? Nothing good can come of our meddling in the affairs of Mist. Don't really need a combat primer, so I'll let that place be. Grim are these days that our king trains men in the way of the dark sword. Hey, I'm gonna take that personal. Father was working all last night again. When will he realize he's not young enough for this anymore? You tell him for me, won't you, Cecil? You tell him he needs to settle down. The townspeople have been saying horrible things about His Majesty and others at the castle. It's all Father's been able to do to still their tongues. We know there are plenty of good men there, like you. Was hoping for some freebies, but doesn't look like it. Alright, let's just stand here after battle and look cool. Oh, greetings and salutation again. Your name was Cecil, was it not? After we last spoke, I set about mapping a whole new course for my life, one that would allow me to help people. But having undertaken the task of mapping, the name of Naming Way now seemed rather inappropriate. Naming Way became Mapping Way the cartographer. All right, let me give you this. Obtained Wayfarer's map. It's an enchanted map that'll draw itself as you traverse the floors of caves and dungeons. And that's not all. For each map you complete, you'll receive a fantastic reward. I hope you find it useful. Well then, until we meet again. Leave this place. Who's there? Ooh, hedgehogs. Or sword rats, I guess. Return whence you came. That voice, could it be the Eidolon? Minna Baron. You know who we are? Leave at once, and no harm will befall you. I will abide no further trespass. Show yourself. You mean to ignore my warning? Hell yeah. We must deliver this ring to the village of Mist beyond. So be it. The mist is gathering. A mist dragon. Makes sense. Don't think I can hit that right now. Hopefully it'll reappear before Kane jumps down. Nope, swing and a miss. Give this a try. Got him. I actually need those.
The ring! This is what we were sent to do?
We wish this village torched.
But why? Why?
Mother, you can't die. Just because your dragon did.
I've heard of their lot. Men who can conjure eidolons. Summoners.
Then the dragon we slew was her mother's?
You're the ones who killed her dragon?
Forgive us. We'd no idea this would happen to your mother.
His Majesty sent us to eliminate every last one of these people. say that.
Then
I owe His Majesty much, but not so much I'd soil the Dragoon's name in his.
you're with me.
Baron's army is the mightiest in the world. Our flight means nothing if we remain alone. We must treat with other nations, share what we've seen. And Rosa, she must share our flight.
And she will. Thank you.
I'm not doing this for you.
Huh?
Quickly, we mustn't linger here. What of the girl?
We take her with us. Come. It's not safe here. Take my hand.
We've no time. Use force if you must.
Wait!
Leave me alone! I hate you!
Yeah, let's just change out to the girl saying use force if you must. That's gonna go over well. Get away from me! Uh, uh, she's alive. Thank goodness. Kane? Kane? Hmm. Well, I cannot stay here. I need to take this girl someplace safe. Forgive me, Kane. That girl has no reason to trust us. I need to find a place for this child to rest. Hail, traveler. Oh my, I've not seen a child so pale. Please give her a bed. You needn't worry about payment. My pardons. You've woken. You still haven't told me your name. I won't ask you to forgive me. It's my fault you lost your mother. But please, at least allow me to take you someplace safe. It seems we found you, Lord Cecil. Please, you must listen. His Majesty? Our orders come directly from His Majesty's own mouth. Surrender the girl and he will pardon all you've done. The inhabitants of Mist represent a threat to us all. They must not be allowed to live. What? Stand aside. I think I'd rather not. Attack! Pansy. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. You have nothing to apologize for. It is I who've wronged you, and apologies cannot right the things I've done. But you protected me. My name's Rydia. Rydia. Woohoo, she joined the party. Tell and his daughter Anna were always close, was as close as a father and daughter can be. Bless their heart. Then one day Anna simply ran away from home. The old sage has been grief-stricken ever since. Woohoo, there's a bar in this hotel. Well met, friend. I am a scholar en route to the eastern kingdom of Fable, where I had hoped to continue my studies. As it were, I found the waterway that runs beneath the mountains of Damascene, barred by a moonstruck old man who refused to grant me passage. Only Damascene royalty are permitted to enter the Antlian's den that rises the castle's east. To think the riches that could be ours if we only were allowed inside. Probably why you're not allowed inside, dude. Greetings. A new face like yours is always a welcome sight. With monsters on the rise, business has slowed to a crawl. Soothes your desert parched throat with a mug of Capo's finest. Have you heard, friend? A young lady from Baron was found collapsed at the outskirts of town. Fair as the desert moon, they say. The ones who found her carried her inside to recover. Sounds like Rosa. Carried her where? Have you heard about Anna? She'd fallen madly in love, but her father forbade the relationship, so she fled town. I came hoping to find work as a dancer at Damascene Castle, but the waterway leading there is infested with dangerous monsters. Won't you at least watch my show in the meantime? Sure, why not? That's something. Well, as luck would have it, I accidentally dropped all my maps and pens to that large fissure that opened near the Valley of Mist. Having lost the ability to map, the name Mapping Way seemed rather inappropriate. But I don't know what I'll do next. I'm taking some time to evaluate my life now. Man, Mapping Way became Living Way the Vagrant. I've just been spending my days looking over the pages of this bestiary with no particular trait to call my own. Would you like to view the bestiary? Well then, by all means. Okay, stuff I can completionist right there. There's my girl. Rosa. Oh, Rosa. Mm. Cecil. Please, Cecil, be alive. I am, about a foot from you. This is for Cecil. Desert fever can be cured by exposure to the light of a Damascene sand pearl. Obtaining one, however, is no simple task. They can only be found in a cave where the antlion dwells. We found the poor young child collapsed outside the village, completely incoherent. Seems to have succumbed to the desert fever on the way from Baron, little deal. Keeps mumbling the name of Cecil over and over. Oh, Cecil, seems you got your hands on a little interesting item there, doesn't it? Let me explain how auto potion works. It's a rather special kind of item known as an augment. Using it on a party member will teach that member an ability. Augments appear in the key items list. Don't forget to use them once you receive them. You can find augments left behind by various people scattered throughout the world. Make sure you keep your eyes open. You'll be glad you did. Well then, until we meet again. I guess I should. Probably put it on Cecil. Okay, don't know where this cave is. Yet, definitely not a physical attacker there. Much better. I think for the rest of the session, I'll just do some grinding and exploring. Ouch. Yeah, ouch. Still got 5 minutes. That'll help a little bit. See if I can't find the info in town. The waterway is north and east of here, but you better not go there. People say they've seen 8 big, scary snakes in the water. Ooh boy, fat chocobo. Can't do anything with him, apparently. I know he's a bank, but I don't think I have access to him right now. Hail, friend, and welcome to Capo, the oasis of the Damascene Desert. If you're traveling with so young a child, best keep her in the back row, lest your party lets you be attacked. Sounds like sound advice. That works. That probably drastically just helped my sound. Okay, with that, I think I am going to end the session. It's been an hour. I'll watch this back and see what I can do better next time.